Hi, folks. It's Becca. I started this thing uh, because I've always had an interesting life and I always wanted to write a book, which I kind of started little sections here and there, but have never put it together. I, well, if you believe everything you read, I definitely have ADHD or ADD. My son was diagnosed with it. And when he gets diagnosed, when you have somebody in your family that's getting diagnosed, they have the rest of the family also take all the tests and such. So that's how I got diagnosed. But when you read more on it and such, it makes so much sense. But most of the people, a lot of the people I know are kind of like that, but I'm kind of to the extreme. So that being said, I'm not good at following through with things that I'm supposed to, other than work. Uh, most things, because I have to, because that pays the bills, right? Anyway, I look a lot older, fatter, and unhappier than when I started all this, because I am. I lost my son a little over 2 years ago, and since then, my life has completely fell apart. Lost one of my children to death. I've lost one of my children to a spouse. Her own decision, of course, uh, which means only the only child that had grandchildren for me, of course. And I had to wait a long time to get grandchildren. And just my day to day life is crazy from what it was, and how quickly you can age from things like that. It's criminal almost. But and I shake really bad from all the meds I'm on. Um, anyway, I got COVID and I tried to follow what I thought was right, and I've had my shots and all that. It's the second time I've had COVID over the years, and I just had my shot, and I had it too close to when I babysit one of my grandchildren. I still get him every other Thursday for an hour, which feels hateful because I used to get him every Thursday all day long while I work. And when he was really little, when he was first born, and the spouse wasn't involved much because they weren't together very long before she got pregnant, and she decided to keep it, and they have then managed and formed a longer relationship, which is not very common, but they have. And I would say that's good, except for it shut everybody else out of her life. So as long as she's happy, it's really all I want. But then lately in my life, I found that maybe I want to be happy too. I just always thought I would have my children. And now I've learned that that's just not true, and that I probably shouldn't. I held on to them too tight for too long, and that probably wasn't good for them, and could possibly have been part of the reason I lost my son. That's a lot to be said, a lot to be carried on with. But fat, uh, unhappy, not working enough hours. Well, I'm working plenty of hours, but I'm a mortgage loan processor, and got laid off for a couple years, and finally a nice gal who owned a processing company hired me last April. Today is December 23rd. It's a Monday, and I've got COVID. I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling better than I did a few days ago. And I got a lot of stuff to do next couple days. So I just, what time is it? It's probably almost 6 p.m. And I decided to go back in bed and take some more pills because I'm not feeling very good. And I'm going to watch a movie, and then I'm going to crash because tomorrow I have things I have to do. Luckily, my oldest, poor Tara, she is, oh yeah, I wasn't going to try to use names. My oldest daughter, who I had at 19, who has been through hell and back with me. She's such a special person, and she got stuck with me from day one, and till day last, assume. She'll be the one that's by my side and putting me under once the time comes. Anyway, I have to take her to work tomorrow so I can use her car to run around and do some things because I don't have a car anymore. Anyway, so I have to go try to get some sleep. I can't feel bad tomorrow because I have stuff I have to do. It's my son's fingerprint. I cry all the time now. Yeah, it's just what I do. Miss my boy. I miss my family. 59 years old. I never thought I'd be alone. I mean, I'm a man-hating bitch for sure. I had 2 marriages. I'm still married, but I'm going to file finally. As soon as the first year hits. In my second marriage, we've been married 25 years, but separated 7. I considered him one of my best friends, even though some of the stuff we've been through you wouldn't think would make you friends, but, you know, I don't leave anybody behind very often. Anyway, this will be day 1 of what will be my journaling of my life. Hopefully it'll get more positive. I will read you guys the first part of my chapter of my, or maybe just the beginning of my book. What do you call that? I can't think of anything anymore either. It's funny with grief. It takes your memory. It's crazy. My recall especially. Like, I can't remember words that I'm looking for, and end of jokes, which I used to be so good at, and just everything. I've been diagnosed with a little heart thing that I'm always scared of, because it hurts all the time, and, you know, don't want to go all the time because I sound like a, you know, another word I can't remember, hypochondriac. Yeah, teeth are yellow because all I do is drink Cokes and coffee, and I really don't take care of myself anymore. Why? I don't see anybody. Very rarely. I live in the basement of my house. I bought this house 16 years ago. Best thing I ever did. And it's got 2 bottom levels and 2 top levels. And my middle daughter with her significant other and their 2 children live in the top half, and I live in the bottom half. Just to make it easier for them to have a life. And they help me because I haven't been working until this year, and even now I'm not on salary or anything. I just get paid per file, which can be really good if you do enough files. But with my ability to concentrate and such, I really can't do a lot of files. I'm just as good, but I'm just not fast. Luckily, I have a wonderful loan officer who likes me, which is a hard thing to find anymore. I used to be liked a lot. Life's just so hard, dude. It's just changed so much, and I don't know how to handle that. I see how old people feel now. You know, you go from being a normal person, going around doing things, working, shopping, to doing nothing. It's quite a change. Anyway, happy almost Christmas. Hopefully, as these go through, everything will get better. I call it Becker Rules because my daughter suggested it, because Becker Rules used to be, we used to all get together with my best friends and we would play games. And even in life, I'd say if we just ran things the way I want to, everything would be more fun and easier under Becker Rules, because I would always just extend them a little bit, give you a little more chances, a little more opportunities, and I guess that's hopeful thinking of the future. Over and out. Rock and roll.